Here we go. I hope you're ready for it. NiP and Fnatic, best of 3 game here. And it's gonna be the semi-finals of DreamHack Summer 2015, live from Jönköping. What do you think, Fiflaren? This first map, Dust 2, does that surprise you?
No, not at all. And it's gone to the point now where it feels like NiP, they always tend to pick Dust 2. It's a very open map. You can see upsets on it, and it's especially considering NiP still thinks that this is the best map that they have. And instead, like looking at, did you see I saw the HLTV post made by Lurpes, like looking at the numbers and stuff, and you can actually see there, NiP has actually beaten Fnatic more on, for example, a map like Inferno, but that was actually banned by NiP.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprised by that, especially because Fnatic have had some really weird results on that map. We've been having a discussion about this for a while, about how some of the really good Inferno teams, the other one being Envy, are sort of struggling on that map a little bit. And it's hard to know. It could be that they're sort of rerouting their resources into looking at Train, for instance, and then they just fall back a bit on other maps. But regardless, we're going to go into the map, so make a little bit of noise. It's going to be Dust 2 between Fnatic and NiP.
It's going to be exciting here. I'm not sure if we're going to see the knife round or if we won't, but
I think they already settled the knife round. I think we're going to go straight into it here. So Molotov, 2 HE grenades, a smoke on NiP. Some sort of setup definitely in the play, because otherwise they might have gone for all armor here. You could definitely do that on the terrorist side, but it looks like NiP have a plan in mind, but already gonna get a shot on Olofmeister, even though look at the damage he did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was actually like NiP, they actually had Alu up in the front, and he has the nades. They're gonna do an A round here with a Molotov up on the A side and nade it. He can't go down.
Run in and just take down Pronax there straight away. JW playing, and they're gonna get overwhelmed. If he gets a headshot on Forest, that's an incredible kill. Shouldn't have happened, but get right looking as he always does, and he's gonna catch Flusher off guard, and that's a high impact kill in the round. That blocks off part of the rotation coming into Catwalk, and Alu is gonna be taking down JW, which leaves Crims alone in a 1v4, and Get Right will seal the deal and win it for NiP. So tell me, Fiflaren, they get the opening kill there, and still NiP managed to adjust.
Yeah, I mean, they had a plan, and when you have the nades and when you do stick to the plan, like, one thing that lesser teams does is that when something, let's say they lose the entry or whatever, they will just change up. It's like, oh, we can't do that anymore. Oh, no, let's not do it. And it's just going to be half-assed, basically. You still have to keep going. If you have a plan, Alu had the nades and whatever to go on A, Molotov A side and nade A side, you stick to it. You keep on going. And it worked out, and you saw there, you can even see JW's obviously his famous spot when he did the jump box. NiP knows about that. That was the first thing that they checked. Sure, he got a nice kill, but it just wasn't enough.
And now we're actually going into one of the things that Fnatic traditionally are super strong on, which is this idea of playing pistol armor. They win so many rounds like this, and just when it seems like you're about to get some momentum, they're going to bring it right back on you. But NiP are going to be rushing into the B-bomb site, and it's the Mac-10 leading the charge here on Forest. They do have armor, but he's still doing pretty decent damage, and he's got the rest of his team with him as well. It's a good shot from JW with the scout up in window, and they should, no, they don't. They do have a second smoke on Alu there to try and put it up if they really wanted to block JW out. Regardless, the bomb's gone down, and this should be a fairly clean NiP round here.
Yeah, it should be, but you never know. You see here, JW. The thing is, you see here, for Fnatic, for example, Flusher, he's just trying to kill off people. They're saving the grounds because they can keep them next round. They're like, okay, well, we don't have a kit. They have bomb down. Just try and go for kills, and if that's possible, yeah, sure, we're gonna save our money. And if we don't get a kill, then at least we have basically a second try, basically on the pistol armor. But it's very solid. I like that strat from NiP, just running into B, because you tend to see, especially knowing, okay, well, there's a lot of people that buy Scout nowadays. Instead of just trying to go for the pick and play, it's like, yeah, but they have pistols, we can out-aim them. Yeah. But then you do have the Scouts, then it's better. Just stick together, hit a site, because then the Scout will be less impactful. So it was a good play by NiP, just charging into B.
Certainly, we've seen teams in the past end up with half the team on less than half HP before they even start to push anywhere, just from that scout slowly whittling them down. Scout still in play on JW, and Alu, he's not going to get the shot quite this time. I think maybe a little bit of tag on to Olofmeister there. JW trying to get the return in the middle. Some early grenades going out onto long, and I expect once Fnatic start picking up more grenades here in the 4th round, they'll be grenading this A long site quite a lot on the position with Molotov as well. Seems to be the new thing to do.
Yeah, because people still tend to say, oh, I have a good spawn towards long, dropping the off, I'm going to try and go for a pick. The thing is, if Fnatic, they do have a good spawn and they Molotov and dominate it, you're dead.
Yeah.
It is a very like high risk, high reward kind of thing.
Oh, grenade. I wonder if that was meant to sort of bounce back in the corner. That would have been a really nice bounce. But oh, Freiburg's going to do it again, yeah. And Olofmeister's going to burn alive. Nice job. Very well thought out there. And a headshot onto Crims. He's going to open up the B side once again. Plenty of time for NiP to push in here, but you can tell how careful they're being. Everyone is also sticking together. Means even Fnatic got a kill on someone. They've not been picking up any rifles or anything like that. Another bomb plant going through, and JW, this time they really have to risk it for Fnatic. They're not going to be saving these guns for the 4th round, are they?
No, I mean, well, Flusha could, because he has an armor. He's going to save a bunch of money if he just saves his pistol. And he's 100 as well, so he just leaves. Even if he wanted to buy an arm or a head armor, it's not really needed on the CT side, but even if he did want to, he can still do that. Because right now he's basically saving the armor and the pistol.
Playing right outside as well.
Quite a bit of money, right?
Bit of a shame that no one's going to exit his way. Maybe he could have got a good kill, and you can see he's sort of running into it now. Going to try and tag it once, and maybe he can make Aloe blow up with him. I'm not sure. There's also Pronax getting a kill on Get Right, and he's just going to make it out, and JW doesn't get a scope off either.
That was so weird.
Yeah, that looked strange.
He knows that he's there. I don't know if he was expecting the bomb to go off sooner, or like for him to just die, but I'm not sure.
Bit of a mistiming there. I mean, I like the idea from Flusher anyway. Maybe he probably hoped that there would be more people in the site that he could make sort of explode with him. It's not such a bad idea. We do see the AWP and JW, and Alu gets that shot, jumping as Crims is down to 19 health. And Fnatic, there we go, the grenades in on long, and NiP just waiting on the other side, and they're going to push. Pretty much perfect timing here. And Get Right takes down Flusher. Now they're going to flash their way around the corner. This is very fast aggression coming out. Pronax somehow still alive and flashed, and he's still going to get another kill here. A nice double kill for the Fnatic captain. Is going to bring it into a 3v2 favor for the CT side. Exist jumping up on the box in the middle. Olofmeister's ready and waiting for it, and he's going to win that fight. It's a really good angle. It's going to leave it up to Get Right here in a 1v3.
Yeah, and out of everyone, I would say that Get Right is probably the best person to be in this situation. But it's very, I like the play by NiP, just taking over long very fast. I don't know, like Flush bought a P90. It's not like the new meta. It's like, yeah, I have a bunch of money. I'm just gonna buy P90 because I just feel like it.
He actually does this a lot. We've seen him do it mostly on Inferno, but I suppose if you're playing long, people are going to be within range anyway. And I actually thought maybe NiP should have got more out of that round just because they were there so fast.
Yeah, they got the, So Flusha got their entry, but then they killed Flusha, but they didn't use their flashes. They flashed Pronax, but it was way too late, so we managed to get one, but he was like semi-flashed, and they got a second one before NiP even had a response to that. So it was, again, it was a little bit sloppy. They didn't use the smokes. They could have just wasted one smoke in the beginning there, just to get out correctly.
Well, they're going to have another chance over here in NiP. They do have the money to buy one more time. And Fnatic, I think they had 3 members live the last round, which is important. It means they're going to at least build a tiny bit of money. It's not that much, but it's a little bit. Might help them later on. Freiburg going to underhand flash his way into Catwalk and see if he can get the kill here. Nice entry, and that's exactly what Freiburg is meant to do. Gets one, keeps running, flips on. Not going to get the kill just yet. Still 8 bullets left, and he's going to go for it one more time, but he's flashed. He goes down, exists there with a quick return. And we're going to be in a 4v3 here. Fnatic going to have a hard time fighting back in this round, especially as the bomb is being planted here for short. And Get Right lurking down here. Pronax with a nice kill to take him down. And it's now going to be a 3v3. Fnatic, they can't afford to lose this round. And NiP are going to be up to such a good start. There's Crims taking a kill. Pronax with one on Alu. Great job on Fnatic right now. Exists the last man standing. And he's up on Catwalk, walking right into Crims, but he's going to go down. A really great retake here from Fnatic. They made that look very easy, but it usually isn't.
No, when you have Catwalk and we have the bomb down, especially when you did have the guy at long, Get Right was holding the angle, but he was looking towards the car area, which is quite strange because he should know that there shouldn't be anyone there. And then it just got Flusha such a great angle to kill him. Maybe it was Pronax. But yeah, having Catwalk, good plan as well towards Catwalk, and a guy lurking at long as well. It's a very hard round to lose.
JW almost getting that shot. He actually jumped to look over the smoke there. Freiburg in suicide. But that opening from Freiburg there is obviously a huge one. And actually, I feel like Freiburg's entry fragging sort of lately hasn't been too impressive. But if he can step it up now and do it now, that could definitely be what wins NiP a map now.
Oh yeah, for sure. And yeah, like you're saying, he hasn't really been like the entry frag you're used to in NiP.
Yeah.
He's been having some difficulties and stuff, but when he's on point, he he can definitely compete against the best in terms of like entry fragging. But as of late, in this tournament, he hasn't really shown up for that part.
Get right. Putting a couple of shots into CT spawn, and looks like they might get the bomb plant here in NiP, even though they pretty much just have pistols, no armor or anything. So that's a big win for them. Forest trying to take a fight early on, but not going to be successful. And Fnatic just grouping up to try and do the retake here, and they're going to be successful as well. You can tell already. Good shot there from Get Right on a jumping Olofmeister, but that will be the end of it, I think. Get Right here, maybe one more kill, and he's going to take down Crim. So I mean, considering the investment, they get 2 kills and a bomb plant. What do you make of that, Robin?
I think it was like a safe play by Fnatic, instead of where you have certain teams that just tend to try and hold the bomb site, and that gets very dangerous. Like one flash, you get flashed off, and you have 5 terrorists just rushing you with Tech 9s, and then you get the weapon, you get the bomb down. It just gets way too like in an uncomfortable situation. Instead, just play it safe, retake the bomb site with your nades that you have. You know that you have long control, you have CT control as well, and you just retake, you just sandwich them basically, and that's exactly what Fnatic did.
Well, it's NiP back on rifles one more time, and the score is going to be tied at 3-3 here. We'll see what the terrorist side can come up with. This looks like much more of a default spread, where they just make sure upper is under control, upper dark that is, and they're holding long as well. Yeah, so a bit slower round coming out from NiP. What do you think it's going to end up with here? They do have 2 Molotovs as well.
They're just looking at, obviously, just as regular sand around, they're just going to try and get some picks. Fiber going down, which is a huge thing. You do have the Molotovs, so like just basing off of the Molotovs, I would expect it to be an A round here. But to consider they're 1 man down, I was gonna say just go for a B split here.
Yeah, generally a bit easier if you're a man down. You can
especially when you have the upper peeking like this as well, Alu. Just hold the angle down. You have one guy just running up and just clear the area as well. Just try and catch him off guard, and then you smoke it off.
He's looking for Flusher, and it's real close Flusher if he takes one step to the right here, but the timing is going to be off as well. You're right. Oh no, Flusher taking down Exist, and that's going to be really tough for NiP. But Fnatic doing such a great job of holding this bomb site. Double kill for Flusher, and Forest last man here, 1v4. If he can do a little bit more damage, that would be great. But Crim's is going to almost pre-fire that. I think he saw maybe the shadow on the ground there. Very nicely handled, and another really strong round from Fnatic.
Yeah, and you saw there, and it was a bit of a miscommunication from NiP there. Ale was holding CT spawn, and you had Exist. He was supposed to go out and clear the area. Instead, they both turned around at the same time, so no one is covering CT spawn anymore. And then just ended up falling for him. So, but yeah, that play in general, if you're a man down, you are 4 versus 5. When you know they have an opera as well, if you just fake off cat and they know you're like around the cat area and they have the opera in mid, he tends to just go towards A, and you have 3 against A and 2 against B, and doing a B split there, it's basically like you didn't even lose the man.
Yeah. And I mean, in a different context, a B split would sometimes also involve a smoke grenade towards CT spawn, but I actually do like the fact that sometimes, I think NiP is one of the teams that do like doing this, where you'll actually try and do it without the smokes, because obviously Fnatic, they see that smoke, they make the call instantly, they know what's coming. Maybe especially when they got the entry frag, they're going to be guessing that it probably will be a B push. So yeah, the lack of smoke sometimes is not always an indication that it's been a mistake on the NiP part, but it's actually sort of a deliberate attempt not to, I think the word we were using yesterday was telegraph the play that was coming in.
Yep.
So that's just a detail.
So yeah, I'm not sure. Do we have a tactical pause here or technical issues? I'm not quite sure. It might have actually been a very early tactical pause coming in from NiP. Just like, okay, let's just not let this run away. Let's just use it. It's better to use it early and just talk about it. Like, well, what can we do here? Than to use it too late.
Yeah.
Just take advantage of the fact that you can pause the game. Even if you don't have anything, say just pause it and just have Fnatic cool down a little bit, and then just keep going back.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how good Fnatic can be when they really get up and running, and there's also a lot of personal history between these two teams. So I mean, NiP have more than just getting to the grand finals here on the line, and Fnatic too. This is a question also of sort of personal pride, I'm assuming, between at least some of the players. So that's also going to be a little bit interesting. I do see them. I don't see a lot of talking going on, so I'm wondering what's going on. But I guess we'll find out in a second and get back into the game here. But at 3-4, I believe the score is now.
Yeah.
What do you think a good round score is for Fnatic in this first half? How many rounds should they get on the CT side?
Well, that's what Thorn was saying before. This map is so strange in a way where like it can either be an insane CT-sided map. You have certain teams that just dominate on their CT side, and then you have like teams like NiP or when Fnatic have Flash Call and when they're super strong on the T side. So it's very hard to predict. But knowing how good NiP are on their CT side, to some extent, when they play certain teams, then I would say Fnatic should be happy with like 7 rounds here.
7 rounds, all right. Well, that's the number that we're going to be looking for. I mean, the other thing to put into play here is the player that we were calling out earlier on when we were doing the pre-show was obviously Alu. And it's not that AWPing on the T side is impossible or anything, but you have a different strength on the CT side because you can lock down part of the map just staying in one place and doing a really good job there. So I expect to see more from Alu, let's put it like that, on the CT side than I do on the T side, maybe.
Yeah, but it's the same for me. And
all right, so just a quick update here. We're just going to be restarting some of the audio, so the sound is going to be back for the stream in just about 20 seconds. So don't panic, guys. All right, and I think we are back with the audio here, and JW with a nice opening on Freiburg again, doing that thing where he jumps over the smoke and actually spots him out, and that's going to be Pronex going down on long. So a very important refrag for NiP to try and see if they can stop this Fnatic momentum that's been building throughout the last 4 rounds, which is a very good job on the Fnatic team, obviously. But now JW has got into place, Flusher with a double spray down, almost a triple. Forrest just managed to adjust, and there's Exist with a headshot on JW, and somehow it's back into NiP's favor, with Exist picking up 2 kills, and now Crims alone, 1v2 here. A really interesting turnaround, and Crims, he's going to run long for it here, but I think Exist is down there holding. He sees it coming. This is going to be such a hard clutch for Crims. Running right in, sprays there, and takes a good headshot, but he's also down to 8 health. And Forrest, all he has to do is play this one smartly. He's going to be at the elevate, right in the corner. Boost spot here, and for Crims, he's almost no chance of knowing it. You can tell he's just hoping that Forrest is going to come peek and putting a whole shot through, and Forrest walks right in for the shot. And it's going to be a 4v4 here. A very, very important round for NiP. And one that looked like it should have gone in Fnatic's favor. You see Forrest there at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was looking very grim. Fnatic, this is the thing about the NiP's new playstyle. When you have GetRight calling, he doesn't have to necessarily be the lurker anymore. So you saw there, that's why they got caught off guard by Exist coming up, pushing up the catwalk. Because Forrest was he was stuck on long. Exist, with Fnatic knowing that GetRight is down, he's dead. That's like, well, both are probably going to be long. Exist goes up on the A bomb side and just kills the guy holding Forrest from the A plateau.
Bit of a boost in the middle with an AWP looking for an opening, and it looked like it was close as well, but they're going to just miss it barely. Now, NiP are making their way up catwalk and also out long here. Flusher in the pit, going to put over a bit of a flashbang, and the P90 going to be put into use, jumping and shooting. Flusher really is a madman, isn't he? It's going to be a lot of gone down. Pronex getting a double kill in return. Great play by Pronex, but he's going to get overwhelmed here. He goes down in the pit, still playing his Flusher, and he picks up 2 in return. That P90 just doing so much work for him, and now it's Freiburg alone. And in a 1v3, and the bomb is all the way down there. This seems like an unwinnable position. What do you think?
Yeah, just knowing right now, you see Fnatic actually rotating up towards mid as well, and you have one guy just holding his cover. This is impossible. It should be impossible. There's like really not a chance that Freiburg can actually end up winning. Yeah, you see the guy from all the way in B just holding the angle.
He makes the crossing over without getting killed by the AWP, but now they know where he is and trying to walk out, and you're right, this crossfire is almost unmanageable, and he's going to end up going down. Flusher with a headshot from the P90.
That round was all Pronex. You saw there, Fnatic lost a man. Flusher was stuck down in pit. Pronex just, he's like, don't worry guys, don't worry, just stay hidden, I got you. We got the 2 very important Fama kills, and then by the time that Pronex went down, Flusher just rushed up, killed the 2.
Very impressive work, and that's going to put NiP back on Glocks here. Not really much to say, no bomb plant either. So lack of money. JW, one more opening in the middle. He's really good at getting these shots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, and he keeps on doing that. I'm not sure if NiP just think that he's guessing, but they should see him jumping over the smoke. So then just don't let him get those scenarios.
So this round, obviously, not going to get too much out of it. What would be up for NiP next here? What would be a good strategy for them to throw in? Good kill for Exist in the middle, actually an unlikely one, and gives up the AWP. So maybe NiP could do a bit more damage here if Fnatic aren't careful. What do you think for a tactic in the next round here? What could be a smart play for NiP? Are we looking for sort of a similar style towards that A-bomb side? I think they've only tried B a couple of times.
Yeah, well, they only tried B 2 rounds, but one of them was on eco, and the other one was they had a disadvantage in manpower. You tend to see NiP so far in this game, they've mostly just gone for picks. Right now, as you can, and it went out long. Right now, you can tell it's not working. You have to try something new. Problem here is that Fnatic knows about this. Next time they have weapons, okay, guys, they've been trying the A, like they've been trying hitting AA for like all these rounds. They're gonna try something new here. Watch out for B split. And they'll end up stacking CT spawn once again.
Look at this here, Flusher just trying to get the timing down right. Exist is inching his way up, and Forrest right next to him, sort of a bodyguard system, but Flusher sees it coming, and is going to be calling for backup. Everyone from Fnatic rotating in and buying a little bit of time here with the flashbang as well. That AWP is dangerous, but they don't have armor. One shot here is really going to finish it, and he's going to get shot in the face. Exist almost with 2 Glock kills in that round. That's a bit scary.
Yeah, but again, Fnatic should have enough money anyway. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, so now this round, NiP, they have the money, they could buy Molotovs if they want to, if they don't want to do an A play. You do see the off on Alu. Let's see, you have a lot of smokes. So it actually does look like a B split to me, just basing off the nades that they have.
Well, no cross damage being done here by Alu, but he's still covering the middle, and I guess that also sort of limits how much JW can run around down there. So maybe there's going to be a bit of an edge for NiP this time. If they don't lose any entry frags here, that definitely make a difference. And Olofmeister carrying the other orb, in fact. So we have gone for the double up here for the Fnatic team. That's one of the things we were also highlighting in the beginning. That's one of their big strengths on this map. And now they have the economy for it. I mean, NiP, they have to surely take those ops away from them soon. And there's a good start. That's Alu's going to be picking off Olofmeister. Yeah,
and you see here, Fnatic, they got both of their ops stuck in middle, basically.
Yeah.
And especially JW was on the CT side. You see here, NiP just moving towards the B bomb side. But yeah, in that situation there, do a fast B split. You kill Olofmeister, you know that JW's in CT spawn with an op. Smoke it off and just keep running, because Fnatic, they only had that one man in the B bomb side.
Well, a really good job on Fnatic to bring it back in their favor here, getting the double return as Alu and Forrest have gone down. It's now up in the A bomb side. Flusher, I think, holding right on the ramp here, and he's going to put up a bit of a grenade there just to try and buy some time. And Gerai jumps down into CT spawn, and now it's on with 27 seconds left. They're going to go for the kill. Flusher very nearly gone down, but he's still staying alive. Buying time. Freiburg has no patience, gets him through the box as well. Exist looking for the jump shot. He's going to jump off the ledge and take down JW. Oh, click of brick. Oh my God, Exist, what are you doing? Takes down 3 members in 3 seconds, and that's going to be it. NiP back in the game. What a play.
Wow, that second shot, look at this.
What did we just see?
Oh my God, that's beautiful. And that was insane. Again, that was also an unwinnable round almost for NiP. And then you have these magic plays that comes into play, and someone just goes ham.
Yeah, what page of the Counter-Strike manual is that on?
Wow.
Where does it say, don't worry, if you're in a 2v3, just try and jump out of the bomb side and get a triple kill like that? Well, Fnatic can still buy, and I would still say Fnatic are in a pretty good position here at 6-5. I think NiP's economy is not great, and this is still a really open game, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but keep in mind, look at Fnatic's economy. Pronax, he has a pistol.
Yeah, it's
They don't have that many nades either. So this round is very important for both teams, considering, yeah, NiP, they don't have a lot of money. They only have 2 guys that survived. Fnatic as well, they don't have a lot of money. So potentially here, we can see either, basically the team that wins this one specific round will win the half.
Well, let's see how shook Fnatic are. Not so much as they're going to get the frag there. Flusher taking down Freiburg, and that's an important part here. Obviously, NiP are going to be feeling fired up after that round, but if Fnatic can shut them down quick, then that's what they need to do. Exist and Forrest also fairly tagged up here, and again, they lose the entry, and they try and sneak out middle, try and see if they can open up, and there's the smoke for CT spawn. They didn't have it last time. This time, they don't want to get shot in the back, but Olofmeister's there to pick up Alu, and it's looking good for Fnatic. They are such a solid team. JW going to be taking down Forrest, and goes for another flick, not going to hit it. He's still got the health, but he's going to be running away. Will he make it around the corner? Oh, not! Get right with a headshot, but they lose Exist, and it's going to be a 1v3 now. And again, with 8 seconds left, this is very nearly unwinnable. He's just going to try and go for the plant, and
nice, he gets it at least.
Wow, that's actually pretty incredible, because that $800 bonus is going to help them down the road.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, that round is so important for both teams. Fnatic got the better half of the stick on it. NiP, in this situation, what kind of money do you see here? So you can either have a half buy what they have, a force buy with pistols and AKs, or it's still 3 rounds remaining in the half. Just buy some, just buy up, get right up, a bunch of money, just buy a pistol or 2 and just try and go for picks, because they know Fnatic, they're broke.
Yeah, so any damage they can put into them right now. I mean, if NiP get 2 kills in this round, it's pretty good. If they get 3, I think that's when the party really starts here. Fnatic, on the other hand, I mean, they are up to 7 rounds you were highlighting earlier. Like, that would be a decent score for Fnatic if they could pick up that. So any more on their side right now, and the smiles are just going to slowly increase here.
Oh yeah, they're in the driving seat right now, especially 7-5. NiP, they're on an eco. It should be 8-5 here, and then just one more round, you have 9, and that's an incredible round, especially on the CT side on Dust 2.
Looks like they're gearing up for a bit of a B push. They don't have any grenades to get in here. I don't know if I'm buying this. Crims, I think, is playing inside, and I'm not sure who else they have over there right now. Olofmeister playing as well. Yeah, it is going to be Olof in the doors. So 2 rifles holding 5 people back without armor. I think that's going to work out pretty well for Fnatic.
Yeah, it should. Because Crims is in a great position here, and then Olofmeister just by the door as well. So here we go.
Yeah, looking for it. A nice click on one. He's very calm at the moment, and Olofmeister there as well. And Fnatic not even a little bit worried, although Crims did go down, so I mean, some damage done here, but JW can't just get right jumping, and he's going to get the kill as well. It's such a, I mean, JW can really keep his cool in those situations. Doesn't panic at all.
Yeah, NiP there again. When you buy, just having one smoke, one flash, something, at least one grenade, right? Just to be able to get into a site a lot easier. Sure, that was pretty much a full save. You had a scout and 2 P250s. Yeah. You can't really expect that much from it. But this run is super important for NiP.
And a nice flick there early on. Crims down to 19 health. That kind of damage can definitely help you out later on. Olofmeister somehow gets a kill and a double as well. But there's the return with Alu taking out JW and Get Right dropping Olofmeister. Still surprised that Olof even got 2 of those kills. I mean, he is such a fast player. Maybe I shouldn't be. Get Right there in a little bit of trouble. Going to be trying to fall back in. Now it's a 3-3 situation with, in the 14th round, NiP do need to win the last 2 here. Make it 8-7. That way, they're still pretty much in the game, and it's not too soon to call it. But I think if Fnatic make this 10-5, it's going to be an uphill battle. And there's Alu gone down now. Forest and Get Right. Seemingly the eternal combo, walking into the B-bomb site. And they do have a smoke, a Molotov, and a grenade, and that's going to help them a lot, especially because Fnatic are low on health.
Dude, NiP is in favor here. Sure, Get Right is low, but they have the bomb up. They have the B-bomb site. Knowing Pronax and Crims, they're low. I'll probably call that he leg shotted Crims as well in the double.
Oh, that's so scary. 1 bullet is enough to kill him at that point in time. Grenade not going to hit anything there for Forest. I'm not sure if you heard someone walking in. He's going to take the fight and ends up dropping. So now it's all on Get Right, playing 3 low health targets here. Not going to get the spray on the first one. Second in line there, and Flusher just runs in and crouches. And every single member. Yeah, look at them. Less than 20 on every one. But solid retake from Fnatic.
Yeah, taking. The guy in the B tunnels, he was the only guy with HP. He was the one making the plays. The other 2 were just holding outside because they were very low. They just waited basically on Pronax just to, okay, I'm going to push first. I have the HP. If I go down or whatever, I'm going to call where they are.
9-5. You know, it's definitely a good map for NiP, but Fnatic are also showing us here that they know how to play this map on the CT side as well. It wasn't even so much a double up setup, it's just the really good setup for Fnatic that they've been playing so far. And then, you know, I love the little pinch of aggression. And once again here, Olofmeister pushing all the way in, but almost Freiburg sees it coming and very nearly drops Olof, but he's going to get the kill, and that's going to be a big hit to NiP. Get Right gone down over at long as well, with Flusher picking that one up. It's looking real bad here for the Swedish ninjas. And now Forest getting grenaded down in lower dark. Fnatic are so aggressive, and JW takes down Forest. Exist and Alu, the last 2 people left here, and it looks like Fnatic are going to take up a 10th round here. 10-5, great first half. And Fifarin, it seemed to me in the last couple of rounds here, Fnatic really decided to switch up the pace a little bit and actually go for some aggression.
Yeah, it was like they were playing T. They're like, okay, well, if you guys don't want to hit our bomb sites, I'm just going to rush you anyway. But looking at NiP's T side there, just basing off of where they went, they did not really take advantage of the fact that Fnatic used 2 ops. They kept on going towards those A-bomb sites, just kept on hitting on them. Going through middle, where you have like Olofmeister, you have DW as well holding there, instead of just again, try to go some and take some B takes, go with B split. Take advantage of the fact that they're not going to be able to run through the smoke like they normally do. If, for example, Flush is holding CT spawn with her M4, you will see that one flash. He's going to run through the smoke, and it might shut you down. But we do see JW in mid. You know that Flush is not there.
Well, second half here, NiP, I think if they win the pistol round, they can still be very competitive in this game. But
they're not out of this yet.
No, but if they lose it, it'll be real tough. So we'll see Alu up on the catwalk here. A lot of people coming around the corner, and they're sort of overwhelming him. Flashbang goes in. I have no idea how Alu is still alive. He's going to look for a one-click, but he's going to eventually die. And there's Meister picking it up. JW to drop down. Assist. Fnatic off to a fantastic start here. And it's going to be the next kill happening on Freiburg. That's Flusher taking him down with just a Glock and a headshot. And another couple of kills coming through as Forrest goes down. It's going to be just Get Right left here. And he's fighting all the way over at the A-bomb site. Nice click on Flusher, but a fantastic round for Fnatic overall. Really strong.
Yeah, you saw there, like, Bugo's having his time of his life right now. It's like, I'm loving this.
And then Natu on the other side. I love the camera shots here. the different coaches.
Just. It was sick. Having Alu push up on catwalk there with like no help whatsoever, they were boosted in mid as well, but they couldn't get a payout for it, especially when he pushed out. I would have. Oh my god, that was close.
Double grenade in. Oh man, if they had been just maybe a second earlier, that would have been probably 2 people dead for Fnatic. A really good idea for NiP, a minimal investment. We found you were bringing this up over at the B-bomb side whenever NiP were trying to push it on the terrorist side, that sometimes just buying a couple of grenades can make a big difference, you know, getting into a site. On the CT side as well, I mean, the same is true. This time was a double ET grenade setup, but sometimes it could even just be one flashbang for a pop flash or something. Glad NiP are investing a little bit into it.
Yeah, I mean, like you were saying there, if they were 1 second early, then they would have probably gone down. That's why, like, I never like to just run out long on an anti-eco, because when they have good spawns and they buy the nades and you run out, you're gonna be punished for it. So that 1 second, that one split second, just basically saved Fnatic's life.
Yeah, and they're gonna be happy about that. Obviously, don't want to give anything back to NiP at this point. It's gonna be 12-5 here. What are NiP going to do? Are they going to go straight for the double up, or are they going to be satisfied that Alu can take care of business first of all?
It really depends. When they're in this situation, depending on the money, again, you have to keep in mind, they haven't played CT yet, so they're not down in the dumps yet. You might potentially see 2 ops, though, coming in from NiP, just trying to get that early entry frag and just place it off of that.
It's a shot to the crowd, a guy happily waving his Fnatic mouse pad. Gotta love that.
You saw an SK1 there as well.
An SK1, yes. Got all the fans out there now. Crims seeing them pushing into the middle, so really valuable information. And this is shooting gallery. Crims is loving this all day, every day. He's gonna want to take this fight and just rack up those eco frags. Freiburg trying to sneak in, but Crims is there with a triple kill. So just a solid round. Yeah,
that round, whenever you practice against Finnish teams, that's their eco rounds, because they don't want to play them. They're like, okay, well, we'll just rush up mid. It was basically that's basically target practice.
That's Natu saying, look, guys.
That's his team that used to do that. When they lost the pistol, it's like rush up mid. So that's strat coming in from Misbook.
Yeah, get it out the way. Don't focus on it. Let's get in and let's kill Fnatic. And as a shot, Alu flashbang was pretty well timed there by Crims, but Alu didn't hesitate. And Noah Tower in the middle to take down JW as Exist with the kill. And Get Right going to be picking up Pronax. And Get Right keeps going, goes for the double headshot there. Almost drops Olofmeister as well, but still very, very aggressive move from NiP. And how scary is that? How big of a call is that, do you think, from Get Right's point of view? Look, it's the first rifle round we have, and we're going to go aggressive. We're not even going to play it like standard. We're actually going to push.
Well, yeah, but the reason why is because they were double boosted in mid. So when they did get the entry there, or when they got the second kill, I believe it was 4th, then Get Right knows that it's safe to run out. It's safe to help these guys, because they know they just double boosted in mid. So it's just a straight up help.
Well, the follow-up round looking good for Fnatic as they get the opening frag there on Exist, and Get Right coming out with a bit of a spray and a Molotov to try and keep them back, but do they realize that Pronax has already made it out behind the blue container? I'm wondering, Get Right, you've got to be careful if you get trapped here on long and they all come around the corner. That's too much.
Oh, he did that flash though.
And Get Right ends up going down there. Just too many Fnatic members out here. And
that and bad smoke into the A doors as well. If that smoke would have been a little bit further out, you see there.
Oh, well, they're going to be pushing upward, and friberg gets a refrag, but they've actually jumped over the container. Alu is here. He misses the flick, and they will be able to take him out. So Pronax with a kill there onto Alu, meaning friberg and Forest left in a 2v4. The bomb's back in T-spawn, so 50 seconds, still plenty of time for Fnatic, but it means that NiP could still win the round here. Timing is pretty good, and friberg gets a kill on JW. But then the refrag there as Olof takes down Forest. It's not looking good for NiP. Fnatic about to take a 14th round here.
Yeah, and that Fnatic, they're just basically, they have all the map control in the world, but then, you know, the bomb is still left in T-spawn. That could be very dangerous doing so. If Forest wouldn't have gone down there, and let's say that they actually decided to push, then could have been very dangerous. But yeah, Fnatic on 14, NiP just winning that one round. Again, friberg needs to save his weapon here.
Yeah, we'll see if he's going to be able to. I think already out hunting his Crims, and a single bullet here is going to bring friberg down, and it's a headshot as well. Crims not taking any chances. It's going to be the 14th round for Fnatic. Very, very impressive what's being shown right now. NiP, they even got like the decent start with the pistol round and the first 3 rounds on the terrorist side, but then Fnatic really took over, even though some of the rounds were really close.
Yeah,
that was a tough first half for NiP, and now, because of it, their buffer for the second half is very low. They don't have a lot of rounds they can play here.
Yeah, I mean, and look at this, like Fnatic, they can basically do everything considering the scoreline. If they just want to run around and just try and catch NiP off guard, where they don't really have to do any set strats. That's why you saw the first round, Fnatic a little bit cocky, I would say, running out of long, just running up cap, that didn't waste any nades.
Exist hiding between smoke and the fire. Are they going to see it coming? They are trying to shoot through. He's jumping, ducking and diving, trying to stay out of those AK bullets, and flusha getting flashed around the corner here. Exist will fall back eventually, but a CSET 75 is good at that range, and there's Forest picking up a first kill, and Get Right with one on flusha as well, but they are trading evenly, and a nice shot from JW there. It's going to be up to Alu with a scout and a pistol, and way on the wrong side of the map at the moment. It's looking like it's about to be map point for Fnatic.
Yeah, and looking at what Alu has as well, yeah, sure, he's going to save an AK. They were already low on money. Next round is basically going to be P250s, 5.7s, half an armor, maybe a nade.
Man, Get Right and Exist are playing really well in this map so far, but then the whole of the Fnatic team is playing well. It's not just 2 members, it's everyone else really stepping it up here. Alu trying to see if he can get into some sort of clutch situation, but it's not looking likely. JW going to get the kill on him as well for the triple. And there's the man in question. He's been having a huge impact on this game so far.
Yeah, and yeah, again, we see here, Fnatic, they're just showing up, and then you see the tendencies in NiP as well. The first map, a little bit sluggish. They don't really know. It's basically like they're playing the best of one.
Yeah.
In the group stage, it's like very slow, very cold, not really warmed up. And Fnatic, you know, they're here, 110%.
Yeah, no slow start for them at all. So, I mean, now I'm wondering, Train being the second map, I mean, what's going to happen there? Olof Meister to take down Get Right, and not looking good here for NiP, but Fnatic, they're cruising into a first map win with style as well. Definitely very impressive. Exist hiding inside the bomb side, will be dropping Pronax. So maybe NiP could bring it back a bit. He's going to steal the AK and put up a bit of a flashbang just to buy some time. Forest also getting into position with the Deagle. And we'll see. flusha and Crims left. They've got the time for it. So if NiP make a mistake, they could get back in the round.
Yeah, but for NiP's part here, they have 2 remaining. Yeah, Exist is low, but just stick together here. Play 2 on each side, like NiP's doing. They have 2 on catwalk and they have 2 against B.
Well, 45 seconds now, making their way with the bomb over towards long. And if that's where they end up, friberg does have the scout. And I mean, if flusha is the target, even though he's somewhere in upper dark right now, he would go down immediately. Crims could take a bit more of a beating. Alu goes down. That's a really nice shot from flusha, although it just dropping down to 4 health here. friberg coming into it. He's going to get dropped by Crims, and we're back into a 2v2 right from a 2v4. So Fnatic, any little bit you give them, and they're just going to capitalize on it now. It's Forest running down towards long with the Deagle. Could definitely work at that range.
Yeah, I mean, flusha, he's at 4 HP. Crims the one with 100, but so it's basically very even in terms of There's a HP.
Well, there it is. Forrest didn't even need the deagle, picks up an AWP and takes down Crims. Now it's Flusher left 1v2 here, the bomb ticking. They don't have a kit, they gotta move quick here in NiP, and Flusher doing great work, taking down one and getting a double kill for himself, looking for the third one here on Exist. That clock is so far ticked at Fnatic, 16-6, NiP on Dust 2. That's a very impressive victory.
Yeah, NiP having the cat play there, decided to push when there's really no reason to push. They ended up being in a major advantage, losing the two-man cap with the first one even. I believe it was Ali just pushing out of mid there, going down, and then you leave Fiber with a scout basically on on catwalk. It's just it's sloppy play. It's extremely sloppy, and that should not happen.
A mistake caused out of frustration of being down so much, or is it again them just being a little bit cold coming into the match here?
I believe it's a little bit cold. They need some time to warm up. Obviously, this has always been a problem within NiP, but you know, mistakes like that's when you want to play against the best. You can't do that. You can't let that happen. It's going to cost you.
Well, players walking off stage here, and that's going to be the first map, obviously, here at the semifinals. But Train is also coming up next, so we're not quite done yet. What do you guys make of it?
Yet, but NiP won't be happy with that. A lot of mistakes there, a bit of a nervy performance. Not used to seeing that. I thought Freiburg, you know, individually played really well. I think in terms of his overall individual level of performance, I think this is better than we've seen him in a while. Certainly offline, but this has been the problem with NiP, that the pieces of the jigsaw aren't all in sync at the moment. Duncan, what did you think of that game? I mean, I know you were supremely confident of a Fnatic 2-0 win anyway.
I mean, the thing is, Dust 2 is by no stretch of the imagination Fnatic's best map, or even in like the top 2 or 3, but it's just a solid one for them. And in general, it's very much depending on who they're playing as to whether it's a strong map for them. And the thing is, with NiP, I think Dust 2 is a better map, but not the way they played it there. Like, the terrorist side there, okay, it was good early on, but I think it was a bit deceptive. Like, the score looked really good. Like, oh, right, it's fine. It's what, 6-5, 5-4? But then you saw as Fnatic just built some rounds up. It ended up they only got 5 T rounds. Yeah. And then they were going to have to have an insane CT half to win that. And under pressure. So I pretty much could tell from the first half this is over for the NiP guys. Yeah, and it's not good that you're then going, that was your pick, remember? Yeah. Now you're going to Train, which is not only probably your worst map at the moment, but the other team's pick. So it's a very, very bad situation for NiP.
Fifth, I'll ask you this question because it carries on with what we were talking about earlier. Do you think this map veto was good for NiP? I mean, can we be critical of the maps that they've ended up playing because obviously Train's going to be coming up next? Or do you think this is as good as they can hope for because you're going up against Fnatic, who are great on every map?
Well, I don't know if NiP is practicing Inferno quite a bit, or if not. But like the map pool, I would say that Fnatic gave NiP an opening with, you know, leaving Dust 2. They're comfortable playing Dust 2 against NiP. But Train, it's such a wild card. It's one of those like, well, Fnatic, you're good on every map. Why pick the map that NiP plays the most? Yeah. Even though they're not as good on it, but they play it a lot.
I mean, the problem I think you've got going into Train is that both of these teams have played it about an equal amount. They play it in a very similar way. And of course, Fnatic have better, well, arguably better individual players. So it's not a lot of...
I don't know many people who'd argue that at this point in time. Yeah. That's the problem for NiP. One of the problems with this change to go to Get Right being in-game leader, whether he does that at the moment, whether he does half of it and Natu does the other part, is that one of the things NiP had going for them was that Get Right had become the best player again. He was really good. He was actually legitimately like a world-class player again. He was very consistent. And you're going to affect that if he has to do some sort of different role, or if he can't play his signature role where he's kind of off from the team doing his own thing. So I actually feel like that gamble from NiP, for me, I even said when it happened, I'm less worried about Get Right. It's more that now other people in the team have to be even better to make up for what you lost with Get Right, whereas that was very reliable before. So at the moment, I haven't seen NiP play this poorly for quite a while.
Well, we'll see if they can pull some of that NiP magic that we were talking about in the pre-show out of the bag. They're absolutely going to need to, guys. It's very much an uphill struggle now. NiP fans in the crowd will be hoping they can do it. We're going to find out if they can. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back just a few minutes.